Dub Nation. Take a deep breath with me, because today the conversation is serious. The 2025-26 season began with a solid 2-1 record. A promising start that shows Stephen Curry is still willing to challenge time, logic, and any prediction that tries to limit his greatness. But despite the good beginning, there is a feeling that cannot be ignored. How long will this flame continue to burn the way it burns today? How long can the Warriors look at the future and say, "We are protected"? Curry is still a superhero. The difference is that now his cape doesn't hide the countdown clock. He continues to play at an MVP level without giving a single sign that he wants to stop. But time never misses a target. There will come a day when the deadliest three-point shot in history will silence the arenas, and Golden State needs to be prepared for when that night arrives. That is why today we will talk about the rumor that could change the NBA as we know it. It is not delusion. It is not invention. It is a real path. Giannis Antetokounmpo alongside Stephen Curry. In recent years, the Warriors have been linked to big changes, bold trades, giant names. But nothing, absolutely nothing, comes close to the impact of putting the Greek MVP into this franchise. Throughout the entire offseason, Giannis was a target of rumors. Speculation about his patience with Milwaukee, his desire to compete at the highest level, his hunger for more championship rings. He was strongly tied to the New York Knicks, who today are considered the most likely destination. But whenever Giannis is mentioned, Golden State is always there, watching, analyzing, waiting for the right moment. Insider Sam Amick revealed that Steph Curry shares the same agency as Giannis. A good, friendly relationship. So far, there are no secret movements, no signs that this is happening behind the scenes. But let's make one thing clear. The NBA does not operate based on for now. It operates when ambition meets opportunity. And if that opportunity crosses the San Francisco Bay, the league's history may gain chapters no one has dared to write yet. Golden State is living a crossroads that few franchises have successfully faced. Curry still strikes fear into any defense. But the roster around him is no longer the terror it was in 2017 and 2018. The front office is trying to rebuild while still competing for a title. A nearly impossible mission. Jordan Poole is gone. Clay is no longer the same. Kuminga is a promise that still oscillates. Bench depth remains questionable. The greatest fear of every fan begins to take shape. The dynasty may end being carried away along with Curry when he hangs up his jersey. But what if not? What if instead of falling, it rises again? What if the NBA world sees the birth of a second Warriors era, the era of Giannis? This is how we reach the central point. Giannis is the perfect target. He is not just a star. He is the most physically dominant player in the NBA. In the first 3 games of this season, he put up absurd numbers. 36 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 68% shooting from the field. He is at his peak at age 30. He is simply not satisfied with what he has. He wants to win. Again and again. Now take a breath with me, Dub Nation, and imagine the scene. Fast break. Giannis with the ball at half court. Curry speeding up the left side. Clay positioned in the right corner to knock down a 3. A defender hesitates, turns his head towards Steph. And Giannis dunks with so much force the backboard feels a vibration. Who do you double? Who do you choose to guard? The impossible happens. The defense runs out of answers. In the pick and roll, the game is over. If they double Curry, it turns into a lob dunk. If they double Giannis, it turns into good morning, open three-pointer. That combination is almost unfair. Offensively, it would be a nightmare for the other 29 teams. Defensively, even more terrifying. Giannis next to Draymond Green creates a fortress, a moving wall, intelligent, capable of guarding every position in the modern game, a terror at the rim, controlled chaos on the perimeter. Out of nowhere, the Warriors will once again have the best defense in the NBA. Now, let's analyze the scary part. How do you put Giannis in this jersey? To get a superstar of this magnitude, you must sacrifice the future. Milwaukee will only talk if the offers are shocking. Think of packages including Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Andrew Wiggins, multiple first-round picks, and pick swaps. The price hurts. It is the kind of move that leaves the fan base breathless. But the questions must be asked. Is a chance to win now worth more than the hope of winning 5 years from now? Because if Curry has 2, maybe 3 more years at this level, can you afford to waste that window? Giannis would be the bridge Golden State has not yet been able to build. It would be the beginning of a new cycle before the end of the current one. For a moment, imagine the playoff lineup. Curry, Klay, Wiggins, Giannis, and Draymond. Or an even more cruel version with Curry, Podziemski, Kuminga, Draymond, and Giannis. That is not just strong. That is suffocating. That is a dynasty trying to rise again from its own glory. And then the narrative gains a shine that Hollywood would approve without edits. The greatest shooter in history passing the torch to the most physically dominant force of the modern era. 2 MVPs. 2 champions. 2 characters who changed the sport. Curry living his last great arc, Giannis beginning his own with a blue and gold jersey. That is what legendary basketball is made of. Of course, there's another side of the coin. If Golden State trades Kuminga, picks, and what remains of the roster's youth, the future rests entirely in Giannis' hands. If something goes wrong, injuries, chemistry issues, decline in performance, the franchise could fall into an irreversible decline. But can you win a championship without risks? When Stephen Curry is playing basketball like this, being cautious might be the greatest mistake of all. And there's another crucial detail. Milwaukee may find itself forced to decide sooner than it wants. If the Bucks fail to perform, if the team does not show evolution, if Giannis shows any sign of discomfort, every loss becomes a countdown toward his departure. The Warriors do not need to rush. They only need to watch and be ready at the right moment. And if this move happens, the NBA becomes a new chessboard. The Nuggets return to survival mode. The Lakers could disappear from the competitive map. The Suns enter desperation mode to respond. The Knicks lose what they were emotionally building. The basketball world pauses to watch. Dub Nation, this rumor may not be reality right now, but it is far from an impossible dream. It is a viable future. A future that depends on courage, intelligence, and maybe a little bit of luck. The Curry dynasty does not need to end in silence. It can transform into the Giannis dynasty. Now I want to hear from you. If the chance appears, do you trade the entire future for more championships right now? Would you make the move that could make this franchise even more eternal and prevent Curry's farewell from being the farewell of an entire era? Tell me in the comments. Yes, all in for Curry. And oh, the future matters. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because at any moment, this rumor could become breaking news. And if that happens, the basketball world will never be the same again. Go Warriors. Go Dub Nation.